Another bonus tip. Hey, would you go back and save Lincoln if you could? I mean, would you go back in history and save Lincoln if you could? If I were writing a Hollywood movie, in order to make it dramatic, right, you'd have to say, well, if you went back in time and you saved Lincoln, what did you do to your own legend? What did you do to your own progeny? Did you screw up your life? Because that's the way Hollywood would write such a tale, right? You go back in time, oh, you can't do that because you're going to ruin and a ripple effect everything else that happens. But what if you could just go back and just save Lincoln and still be married to your current spouse, still drive your current car, still have your current children? Would you do it? Would you save Lincoln? Well, who cares? Why ask such a question? Because you don't have control over history. Wait a minute. Yes, you do. In Photoshop, there's a history panel. Mine's open, and I want to teach you about the history panel. That history panel is this week's tip. I opened this file. Look, you can see in the history of this file, it was opened. And above that line, it shows me the last time the file was saved. That's when I had opened it. It looked like this. That's when I opened it. And so I clicked on that. It's called a snapshot. I clicked on that and it took me back in time and showed me what it looked like when I opened it. I opened it. I inverted it with Command or Control I. I ran a brush tool over here on the side. I put a big white line, and then I typed some type. I didn't like it, so I changed something about the character style, and then I filled it, and you can see the other thing. Wait a minute, why is fill layer on there 2 times? I don't see much of a difference. I must have made a little minor change. I don't really need both of those saved in time, but look at the rest. I had a brush tool after that, a few dodge tools, but look what happens if you go back in time and try to get rid of one event. Fill layer. I'm going to throw it to the trash, and when I do, look what happens at all of history that followed it. Oh my gosh, I'm not married to my current spouse. I don't drive my current car. I never had my children, because it wiped out the rest of history that followed. Okay, I don't like this. This is Hollywood. Do you know there's a magic hidden checkbox that will let you go back in time and save Lincoln, I suppose, at least his photograph, let you save, remove just one point in history, but remain and keep all the others. Follow me. Part of the tip, part A. In the preference for history only, there's a little flyout menu, and it says history options. I highly suggest that you check this button that says allow a non-linear history. Allowing a non-linear history makes perfect sense to me. I want to go back in time, pull out one piece of time, and not have it affect the rest of history. You can do that in Photoshop's history panel by checking that button. It's incredible. I'm going to do an undo. Watch now when I get rid of that second fill. It did not screw up any other event that followed it. The history panel is ever more useful if you check allow a non-linear history.